Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. It was just being completely freaking stupid. That's not right.
It was just a short intermission.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We're
Okay,
back.
there we go. So I don't know what's the last thing they heard, but so let's say it's 75 plus 25% markup, which is what I
$25.
had to sell to the customer. Then so now they think I'm buying it for 75. Well, now I'm buying it plus $20 plus a point. I think it's 0.28% or it's point 0.8, something like that. So
Okay.
now, well,
It's cutting into your because they're not considering that.
yeah. So
Putting
now
the manual where they
I'm
have
getting
to.
the part for almost I'm getting the part for closer to like $80, and I have to mark it up. In my job, I'm supposed to mark anything I get in up by 25%. So let's say I'm getting it in for about $80, $90. So now they want me to sell it for 172, but I'm getting it in for $90. Let's say. Ooh, wait, hold on. Did I just do the same thing? Okay. Now I gotta times that by 25%. Now I gotta sell it for 112 instead of $93. Well, insurance
Mm-hmm.
companies tell me, too bad, so sad, you can't mark it up more than what we tell you to. And I sit here and I say, no, you're telling me you want it from this place. That's fine. You're going to get it from that place. It's going to come in damaged. It's going to come in messed up. I'm going to have to get cleanup time, which I highly doubt they're going to give me cleanup time for a $75 freaking part because we do cleanup at like
So,
30 an hour. So I'm not going to get
go
any
ahead.
cleanup time.
I have a
Now I got
question.
to send it back. Now they're going to charge me a restock fee, a shipping fee, and a freight fee. I got to pay all those
Right.
fees.
So you didn't make absolutely nothing on it. It's not
No,
even
so
in the whole
insurance,
amount.
I charge the insurance. And if they say we're not going to pay for it, I'm like, yes, you are. You wanted me to get it from this place. I got it from this place. We rejected it because it's damaged. Now I have to pay it, which I didn't have to. If I could have just went to the people
You're
I
passing
want,
it on, right?
if I could have went to the wrecking
So,
yard that I wanted, which I know I can get decent quality parts from, it might take a day or so, but it won't take a week like it's coming from Maine. And it won't. If it comes in damage,
is
I'm
it
gonna have more
common?
money to play
For
with.
is it common for them to use
Yes,
use parts and not tell the customer?
the customers never usually know. They tell them that they're gonna get
Well, this is
they're gonna
common
get,
practice.
they're gonna get Kappa certified, which Kappa certified uh is certified parts that pass a certain test. So they tell them that they're gonna get either OEM. They tell them you're gonna get OEM quality, and they're not. They're getting aftermarket stuff. But usually the advisor tells them, look, they're going aftermarket. They're going wrecking yard. This is just what insurance companies do. So sometimes they do know, but they don't know to the extent of what's going on. So as a person like as my job, I'm supposed to either try to price match, which half the time I can never price match, never, because they find it from places that are selling it, in Maine. It's $75 in Maine. Yeah, but they don't take in the fact of a freight, their tax plus our tax because I got to charge y'all tax plus markup, and they say, oh, well, we don't pay markup. Like on tires, they sit there and like let's say they have this Walmart tire, right? Well, they go onto Walmart's website and find it, and it says $139. They want me to buy it for $139 and sell it for $139. No, I gotta make money. I gotta. You want
What's
me to
the
buy?
point in doing it? Why are you the middleman then, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I said, and so like we dealt with this one insurance company. They said we're not gonna pay markup. And so me and my boss, we looked at each other. We said, okay. And he looked at me and goes, return it. Well, no, we need it. No, you don't. You don't want to pay the markup. You're not getting it. Return it. So I took it off the ticket and I went and returned it. I got a hold of Walmart, said, hey, send me a shipping label. He goes, you can't do that. We're like, yes, we can. You're not going to pay the markup then. And you're not going to pay. They didn't want to pay the taxes on it. They didn't want to pay the markup. They didn't want to pay the freight. They wanted me to sell it at cost.
That's, but you see, that's the things with like I I even
Sounds
have a
like a
hard time with this.
pharmaceutical customer. Sounds like a
Well, no,
pharmaceutical. Like we're not paying this or we're not paying. It's all the fucking middlemen that are the problem, right?
Oh yeah,
Well, actually, you're the middleman in this case.
yeah.
You're
I'm the
the
middleman.
you're the liaison between the customer and the insurance company,
Oh yeah,
correct? Or
yeah,
no?
But the problem is really the insurance companies.
yeah,
Because like
Oh,
if you really
definitely.
think about it, right? Insurance companies say, "Hey, pay us to insure you just in case something does happen." It's not it will
Hmm.
happen just in case it something happens. So let's say you have a brand new car and you paid your car off, but the insurance you had full coverage insurance for your car for 5 years. You paid insurance for 5 years.
yeah.
If you tally up the money that you paid for the insurance company, right, which is like, okay,
They could have made
let's say
money.
it was 250, let's say it was $250 a month, right? So every 2 months that's every 2 months that's $500. Every 4 months you're paying $1,000. So you break that down and you're like, okay, you pay
3,000 a
about
year,
3,000 a year. So 3,000 times 5 is fifteen
15,000.
thousand dollars. So you pay them $15,000 expecting them to, replace your car, whatever it is, and, and,
They
and vice
won't.
versa. You know what? The insurance companies flip out and they tell you, oh, so you get an accident. Let's say you get an accident 3 years, in 3 years into your loan of your car. The insurance company says, oh, you have full coverage insurance. Full
Oh,
coverage
but how much
insurance means,
deductible? Yeah.
but no, no, no. But that's what I'm saying. They always come out with full coverage insurance. You got full coverage insurance, but your deductible is like, let's say your deductible is $1,000. So they go, okay,
Hmm.
well, your car is only worth this because of a depreciation value. And then you go,
Yep.
okay, so my car depreciated. So they give you the full coverage for the car, value of the car as it depreciated. So if you still have a loan, they don't pay off your loan, and then they come tell you, buyers, insurance, cars, and
Yeah.
in general, what they do is they screw people over
So
because
Oh, definitely. Cars are a
they
bad
came up with a
investment.
system in order to screw people over by telling them, hey, you have full coverage insurance. You don't have full coverage insurance. You have the coverage of the cost of the depreciation cost of the vehicle. That's what they should tell people, not tell them, oh, you have full coverage. Because if you
No,
have
but you
full
have to carry
coverage,
full coverage if you have a new car, so they can get money in case something happens.
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. So they can get money if something happens. If
So
nothing happens at all, if you think about it, if you actually won the lottery, don't even freaking spend the money on freaking damn well putting it in the not even putting it in the bank or going and waste money and buying $1 million house or
mm-mm.
$2.5 million house. No, take that money and actually find a way to have a insurance company,
Yeah,
because I kid you not,
you'd be millionaire.
literally, you would be a multi-millionaire in the space of 5 years.
Y-
In the space of 5 years, you will have millions,
Oh yeah, easily.
and that would be more money than even buying a CD or whatever.
Oh yeah. Uh,
Like that's how much we
it's
get screwed.
ridiculous. So I learned this over the last couple of years. So when a car gets brought in, let's say it's a tow in. So tow in usually is where the car's not drivable, and it's a pretty bad wreck. Usually when those come in,
That's what they
it's
say.
close to being totaled. So they take not only the blue book, but they take the total of the car. So whatever you bought the car for, let's say it's a $50,000 truck. So they take 75% of that of the what they how we do it. It's fit. So let's say it's 55,000. They take 75% of that, and then 75% of that is what it totals out. So 75%. So it's for a full. It's 200 or 25,000. Well, then you take 75% of that. It's like 15,000. No, it's like 12, something like that. Anyway, it's 12,000. So you can get if it's a you're we don't total it out until it hits that 12,000. My math's not going to be completely right, but if once it hits
Yeah.
that 12,000, it can total, and if it totals out for a brand new Ford, you know, half the time we just sometimes our where I work, we just buy the car, fix it up, and go resell it. That's what we
Well,
usually do.
I
We,
think a lot of companies, a lot of car things do that. They literally, you get in an accident and they're quick to total cars out.
nope,
It's
Oh
really
yeah, for
funny.
not
nothing
down here.
practically. Oh
Not
yeah,
They,
if you have an airbag, if you have an airbag go off,
yeah,
practically, I'm
they
just
total it.
saying, there's just like, well,
They practically total
I
the car.
had,
It
I had a different car I bought. I had how many airbags deployed? The two side ones, the three of them deployed. Not the center count, not the one in the steering wheel, but like on the curtains on the side,
yeah,
and one on between the seats. Three of them deployed, and they wanted to total my car. Now
yeah,
I had just got the car, and I owed a lot of money. But I was like, "Yeah, you're not going to give me nothing for my car. Basically, I'm not stupid."
yeah. When so I mean, don't get me wrong. We are really big. We're certified in a lot of things,
Hmm.
and so we do frames. Like if they bend a frame, we fix it. If, and you'd be surprised, we fix a lot of stuff that usually would total a car. Uh, don't get me wrong, we do it, but we charge a fucking. We're like 60 an hour to work on a car. But it when it comes to the older the car, the quicker to total. The newer the car, the
Right.
harder it is to fix it. So we had this one truck come in. It was hit from the front left corner or front right corner all the way down to the back.
Oh wow.
The floor in the truck was ripped inward or ripped out. So we had a so we were me and my boss we were debating, do we go and buy a whole new floor? Which this floor,
Oh what?
mind you, we have to buy a floor. We can't buy just a section. We have to buy the full floor and charge the insurance company for it. Even though we're
I don't even
using
know how they would do that.
oh it we had that truck in there for 3 months and we just finished it last month.
Oh wow.
So even though we need about we only need a section probably as big as my the screen is right here, my little section. That's probably all like schematically. If you're looking at the floor from an outside view, that's probably all we needed. But we had to buy the full truck, which is the whole screen, the whole black round screen's the whole thing. But we only needed a section like my screen. That's all we needed. We had to buy a whole floor for that section. Then we had to buy the uni side, the inner, the middle, and the outer, because that's all torn away because the running board got ripped off. Then the customer had to go buy his custom made flatbed for an F-150 or 250.
jeez,
Hmm.
So on top of all
sounds
that,
like crap.
we also had to do frame pulling and put the front frame together. We had to take off the old frame, put a new frame in it, front section in. Then we had to go get it aligned. We had to take all the interior out, put it all back in, put all the structure together. It took us 3 months to fix this vehicle, and it was I think I looked at the parts list and we hit $25,000 worth of parts.
That would include
That's
labor and all that.
That doesn't
a lot.
include labor.
Mhm.
I think we hit this truck would have totaled out at it would have totaled out at 45,000 for parts. We hit 24. The labor put it at 30, and the truck bed put it at 42. So we were $3,000 away from it totaling. The vehicle left, came back because of a rattle somewhere. So they took everything apart, looked it over, found it was a bolt underneath for the running board that was loose, tightened that down, sent it on its way. Well, now I heard they've re-wrecked it, and oh, it's almost as bad. I'm like, yeah, that truck's gonna just total this time, and it did. It totaled because it was. it was another $15,000 worth of freaking parts and more, like probably up to forty
That person
thousand.
doesn't deserve to have a car.
Well, what I find funny, it's a brand new 2025 F-250 with a customized flatbed on it. This motherfucker has money. Go buy yourself a new one.
Right?
Yeah.
But I've had I've had full frames where somebody got hit so hard in the front, the frame bent. We've had a, I moved a frame with a forklift, you know, and with the F-250 long, long wheelbase truck. Those things are long, and you're carrying it side by side. So you're walking it with the forklift. You're like, don't know if I'm gonna hit that car. Am I gonna hit this car? Oh, please don't come down here, because you're not gonna fit. Because I got a frame on the freaking forklift. So you're sitting there
Mm.
driving it. So we've done frame replacements. We've done big trucks. We've even done a Peterbilt. We've done Corvettes, and you're
Oh
supposed to
wow.
be you have to be certified to do Corvettes. You have to be certified to do the Mach E's. I do not call those Mustangs. Those are a mom van. That's not a Mustang. Sorry, but it's not. Tyler would be yelling at me. Uh,
Oh snap!
you have to be certified. You have to be certified to work on a lot of stuff. It's actually kind of surprising what you need to be certified for. Like Corvettes, you're not allowed to touch a Corvette unless you're certified. So there's only like certain people that are certified to do that kind of stuff.
That's what trips me out, man. If you go to if you go to like Mexico and you're like, yo, there's an electrician. This is a guy who like he learned this by trade. And sometimes some of these electricians or some of these mechanics that you have
Mm-hmm.
that are certified mechanics can't even do the damn job
Now,
as
don't get me
you know.
wrong.
I'm not saying that they
We're,
can't. I'm just saying that some of these guys who I get who who are like saying they're mechanics or they know what they're doing and all of this stuff. You're like, yeah, they know what they're doing, but they don't even do the job better than some of these guys who don't even have the degrees behind it.
yeah.
You know, some of the mom and pop shops do better work than the actual dealerships.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying that every single dealership's bad. I'm just saying that from my experience, the majority of mom and pop places that I've found, and even people that I've had in my experience that worked on vehicles like changing parts and stuff like that,
Oh
have
yeah.
literally given me a better deal, and didn't charge me as what they wanted to charge me. Like I had what is it, the head cover gasket and a
Mm-hmm.
gas cooler, right? Which is the a ring, which is a gasket,
Yeah.
two gasket, a, and a washer that literally it's a rubber washer that they wanted to charge me about $800 to do
Oh
and
yeah.
told me this was something common. I went into um not even advanced, it was I forgot what the big auto parts Napa Auto Parts actually.
Oh,
I went into Napa Auto Parts, looked up the parts, right?
You know the
Because they
big
gave
fan of
me a
Napa,
printout.
huh?
I have a story to
Well,
tell after
they
this.
they gave me a printout and I got the printout and I went to Napa and I was like, oh, I looked up the thing. They had it. It was $35. $35. They told me this part wouldn't come in for a week.
Uh huh.
And it was a $35. The two parts all cost me 35 bucks. And so I got that done, and then I was looking around to see where I can get it done. And it's one of a friend of a friend. Her brother, cousin, does mechanic work, and he said, "Oh, I can do it. I can get it back to you within 2 days."
Mm-hmm.
He actually finished it up in one day. I literally was like, "Wow." So it's funny they can get this stuff done, but they charge us $800 for it
Yeah.
or more.
So I don't like Napa for a couple of reasons. Suspension parts, never buy. Never buy Napa's parts. especially their brand. Now, if they have a Duralast brand, go for it. Duralast is good. But if they have their own Napa brand, do never use it. They are the most crappy built parts I've ever seen or you tried to use. I didn't. I never. I didn't have Napa back up in Michigan. I came here and I bought something from Napa. I'm told I'm not allowed to get anything from Napa, but I bought one once because I wasn't told this, and I bought it. I had it shipped in. Actually, I went and picked it up, and I brought it back. My body man went, "You bought it from Napa?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "You're not supposed to." I was like, Nobody told me, and that's where insurance wanted it. He goes, "Let me show you why." I go to put it in, or he goes and puts it in. It's not lined up. The measurements are all off. So I went and looked it up,
Oh,
and it's correct part. You can cross it over to an OEM. It's perfect. Not right. Okay, no problem. I ordered another one from Napa. Get it picked up. Get it there. It's wrong again. I call and I call and talk to somebody this time. I don't just order it online. I call and talk to somebody. They said, "Oh yeah, that's a common thing." The fuck you mean common thing? That is not good. And they go, "Well, I can get you a Duralast, but it's gonna cost." And they tell me a price, and I'm like, "I can get that cheaper from freaking AutoZone, and I can have it here today instead of it taking another day." So I hang up the phone. I call AutoZone, and I was talking to the sales guy. I was like, "Why the hell is it?" I said, "It's so cheap." I said, "I couldn't, not go there." I said, "But it's." He goes, "Napa, they do their own stuff." He goes, "And it's never right." He goes, "I don't know why." He goes, "Gaskets?" He goes, "Nuts, bolts, perfect." He goes, "But you get suspension?" He goes, "Control arm, tie rod, inner tie rod." He goes, "It never lines up." He goes, "I don't know why." He goes, "Everybody knows this." And I'm like, "I didn't." He goes, "Well, now you do." Well, my boss came back from vacation. He goes, "You bought Napa parts?" See it. I won't ever do that again. He goes, "Oh, you learned the hard way, huh?" I was like, "Yeah, I did. Thanks, boss, you ass." He goes, "Oh, you got to learn somehow, huh?" I was like, "Yeah, okay." So I don't like Napa.
Mm.
They kind of made irritated me and made me look bad. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm never doing that again." And so I never. Anytime it says Napa, and now they, when the insurance companies do it, Napa's website says, "Oh, this is a tie rod." It gives a part number. That part number will go to a nut for that part, but just a nut. But it shows the picture of the tie rod or something. So I don't like it. I know gasket and like nuts are correct, but any suspension or any like aftermarket part for like body wise is never correct, and I don't know why. But they have the crappy quality from what I keep hearing. I'm like, yeah, I will never use them again. I use Keystone, which Keystone is they blew up. They are all over the place now. Apparently, they're even in Michigan. Keystone Automotive.
Mhm. Mhm.
They're a good company. I love them to death. Shout out to Keystone. I know we're not sponsored, but shout out to them. I love them to death. I love my two sales. I got three different salesmen over there. I love one of them. He'll email me maybe 3 times a month. Hey, I need to get this. Hey, I got this axle. I need to figure out. Here's a vent. Give me the ratio. I go look up the ratio, send it to him. Thank you, love you lots, or love you forever. Love you forever is what he usually says. He said, "Love you too, brother. Have a good day." Next time he'll call me. "Hey Alex, I got a dumb question for you." So okay, I'm the perfect person. I'm dumb. Let's go. He'll go, "Okay, I got it's." He goes, "It's for my personal truck." I said, "Okay, hold on," and I make a price quote. I'm like, "Okay." He goes, "What's my cost?" I said, "Oh, I'm going to sell it to you cost plus 10." And he goes, "Okay, what's my cost?" I said, "Oh, your cost," or I said, "Okay, your cost would be this number before tax." I said, I can't tell you tax until I invoice it." He goes, "Ooh." He goes, "Could you give it to my driver, and my driver bring it to the warehouse?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Do you trust your driver bringing me money?" And he goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, then yeah, I can order it. I'll have it in a day." really? You'll do that for me? I said, dude, hold on. I said, hey, Randall, it's over 300. It's over 400. Can I sell it for less? He goes, sell it under my name. I was like, okay. He goes, wait, hold on. He goes, hey, Johnny, open an RO for me. Okay. Alex, put it on that. Johnny, can you sell it to me? He goes, I'll fucking sell it to you at cost. He goes, okay, tell him it's this much. I was like, all right, hey, bud, it's this much. He goes, really? I was like, yeah, have your drive. I said, tell you what. I said, do you have Cash App? He go, or event, or do you have Zelle? He goes, yeah. I said, Zelle me the money. I said, you'll have it on the. I said, I'll put it on the truck, and I said, and I'll tell the driver to take it to the dispatcher, and you go pick it up from the dispatcher. He goes, bet. So I went and got the mirror in. He zelled me the money, and I put it on the truck. I said, "Give this to the dispatcher. Tell it. Tell." And I have like Cameron on it. Was his name? I'm like, tell him Cameron's. And I called him. I was like, "Hey, your mirror's on the way. When it gets back there around 4, I said, go over to to his dispatcher. He should. He called me up. He goes, dude, it's perfect. It works great. Thanks. I was like, no problem. He goes, and Brandon goes, hey, he goes, go ahead and pay for it. He goes, and then send the remaining money he sent back. So I sent him the money. He goes, who was that for? I was like, we like you. You help us out a lot. If we have problems, or if we need parts, he doesn't overcharge us. He sells it to what he has it. He goes, I love you. He goes, I like y'all. So if I ever need wrecking yard or aftermarket, he sells it to me low. I love it.
Yeah, that's good. That's
That's
helpful.
the one thing I like about being in the parts business is I can if I help people out, they help me, so I can help more people.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. It's about
Oh yeah,
what's the word? Reciprocal. We're being reciprocal.
oh yeah.
You do for me, I do for you.
And there's times like with certain body men, like if I help them get a part, like we had or this one person, he he damaged this part and he damaged it good. He comes in, he goes, hey, how much is another fender? And I was like, what's wrong? I said, was it damaged? He goes, no, I messed it up. I was like, oh, so it came in damaged. He goes, nope, I'm gonna pay for it. So I look over at Rand and I was like, he's not paying for this. He goes, nope. I'm like, all right, tell me what we got to do. So we figured out another way. We just put it onto. We had this one ticket. It was a big ticket. So and it's a customer that we helped them out before. So we told them, hey, look, we're gonna put this on your ticket because we helped you out the last time you wrecked it. Can you help us out? And they're like, oh yeah, we'll pay for it, no problem. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like a personal vehicle; it's a company vehicle. So they're like, yeah, we'll pay for it. We don't care.
Exactly.
So we told him we're like, no, you're not paying for it. He goes, no, let me pay. We're like, no, you're a
When you
body
put it
man.
on there, then you're gonna take it off and you turn it as damaged.
Oh yeah.
Then everybody's happy.
Well, sometimes when it happens like that, it's kind of hard to do it. So that's how sometimes we have to kind of play with it. But then like a week later, he comes in. He goes, I dropped the running board, bent the chrome. He goes, how much is it going to cost? And it's like $1,000 running board. I'm not charging this body man. He's been he's worked on my car before. I'm not going to charge him. I was like, wait, when did I get this in? He goes, yesterday. I said, oh, it came in damaged. Don't worry about it. He goes, really? I said, John, I said, just the next time I need help on my car. He goes, oh, yeah. He goes, I'm working on it and you're not paying me. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I said, we help each other. So I got like four favors in my shop right now. So if my car ever goes down, one mechanic can't do it, I go to the next one. Hey, can you work on this for me? Why? Well, you remember those parts you bought and you haven't paid for yet? Yeah, I'm calling in my favor. Oh crap! Yeah, okay, I'll work on it. Yes, I love it. I have blackmail. You know, I never thought this job would get me where I am, and I'm so grateful I went for this, and I'm so grateful my buddy talked me. And JD, shout out. I know you don't watch, but once in a blue moon, but shout out to you. He's the one that told me to go for this position, and if he didn't tell me to, and I didn't like think I could, if I was doubtful, if he didn't hype me up, I wouldn't have gone, and I would still be a driver or maybe working in a
Oh, see?
warehouse. So me
Sometimes
being where I'm at,
having
I'm
someone
grateful.
else believing us,
Well,
believing in us, makes
yeah, and I mean even like
work.
with all the stuff that I do, and I got my promotion and all that, if it wasn't for my boss who said, look, you're looking for one. Look, I know Alex, and I don't take this as an insult. He goes, Alex is very easily distracted, which I am. I will admit my flaw. He goes, but he knows what to do. He knows how to order. He knows how to get stuff, and he goes, and if something messes up, he goes, doesn't Alex always take the fall? He goes, if he messes up something, he'll come and tell you. He might be, trying to figure out how to tell you for a little bit, but he comes and tells you. He goes, I don't even tell you anymore. He goes, why isn't this here? Oh, I messed it up. Well, why did you tell me? Because I don't care. He goes, Alex knows what he's doing. Give him the spot. Give him a chance to show you. And ever since then, I've been telling him, hey, look, I'm here. I know what I'm doing. I can order you shit. And now I'm ordering more, and I'm supposed to be getting a helper. Ooh, I wonder if I'm going to get that helper Monday.
Mm.
Because, I hope so. Because I am so tired of doing 6 people's job by myself.
I hope you get it too then.
Uh-huh. Well, they've been telling me I was going to be getting a helper for the last 4 months.
9 months. No.
But it's a good job. You meet people, you talk to people, and it's good. I've really
You build relationships with people, like you just described. So it's always
the best part is being able to not only help yourself and help other people. You get to learn.
mm-hmm.
Like I've learned how certain stuff work on cars, like how taking apart the car, figuring out what you need. Like when I first started this, and they put me by myself, and I had to order a bunch of crap, and I'm like, they'd come in and go, "Oh, hey, I need the bumper bracket." Well, there's 16 different bumper brackets. Which one do you need? Now they come in to go bumper brackets and bumper defender. Yep, okay, thank you. And they go, "You're learning."
Oh yeah, and it's a learning curve for every job. That's just it.
Yeah, well, you know how long it took me
It's
to. I
always.
still mess this up. Somebody can come in there and go, "Hey, I need a left headlight. Left or right?" I just told you left. Yep, but my brain said right, so left or right. I just said it. Just
Mm.
left. He goes, "Yeah, okay, left." I have to write it down because if I don't write it down, I'll go left or right. Dude, I just
Oh
answered.
heck, I'm like that too.
Well, it's great. It's really something that you don't realize that with working in this that kind of field, like you start realizing you can go, oh, like I can start looking at the truck and go, oh, that's a 20, that's like I can look at a Ford outside and go, that's a between 2014 and 2021. This is the body style. It starts with like right now we had a part came in and they were like, or they were looking for a part and it was a PR3Z and they were like, "Yeah, I need to find this bumper for the." And it starts with a PR. I said, "Oh, it's a 2000." I was like, "It's a 2017 Mustang." And they go, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, look." And I put in the part number and I hit enter and it shows up for a Mustang. I'm like, "Yeah, see, 22." I was like, "It's a 21 Mustang, 2017 through 21." And they go, "How do you know that?" I said, "You learned. You." So
Yeah, no.
Ford is built
So,
in the part numbers are categorized. So like an F-250 or 2020 to 2025 is a ML3Z. That's how you tell what kind it is. Then the base number 17 David 957 is a bumper. Well, front bumper. It's usually chrome, sometimes painted. Or a hood's a 16612. Fender is a 16006 or 16005 for the right, and you learn that stuff. So most people learn the base numbers first, then you learn okay the prefix, which is the ML3Z, FL3Z, all that crap, and then the other stuff is it usually starts off as an A, and if it gets changed or goes to a different factory, it changes to a B, to a C. So you start learning that stuff. So now I can sit there and look at a part number and go, oh, this is for an Explorer. Oh, this is for this.
well, that just comes because learning as you do.
Oh yeah.
So that always just takes time.
Well,
So,
I can
but
do
yeah,
I can do body parts like nothing. Like if oh I need a fender. Okay, sixteen
like
double
this
oh
is
six.
an earlobe, and this is no, no.
Yeah.
You
So
said body.
oh yeah, but I mean
Yeah.
car parts. But uh
Oh, okay. I just clarifying.
yeah. Yeah, I wish it was body parts for female at least.
I
But
get that.
but I mean as Ty say, this save lives. But anyway,
Right.
but it's something good, and people ask me, "Oh, I can do your job." No, you cannot.
Not what you think you do.
No, a lot of people think it's
No,
something you
no.
can just go and learn. Don't get me wrong, you can learn it, but you won't learn it in a month. You will learn it.
You're not gonna walk in the door and just yeah. I totally understand that.
So it's great. But you know what? I think we're gonna end this here because I think we were at an hour and now we're at an hour 35. So I think we're
Okay.
gonna end this one here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to leave a comment or you can email us. Probably be in the description tomorrow. I don't know. Whenever I feel like it, I guess. But thank you all so much
Oh, I
for
get that.
watching. We do appreciate it, and we'll see you all next time.